Chapter 1, Prehistoric Asia. So, this chapter summarizes what we know about the beginnings of the human species in Asia, the long Paleolithic period or Old Stone Age, the Neolithic Revolution, the origins of agriculture in Southwest and Southeast Asia, the beginning of civilization in India, Southeast Asia, China, Korea, Japan, and the close connection between Korea and early Japan. In the second millennium BCE, when written records provided much richer sources for understanding the history of the peoples Asia. So, early and Paleolithic cultures. Early human ancestors evolved in East Africa around 3 million years ago, and Homo erectus, an early human species that used fire and stone tools, spread to Asian Europe, with key discoveries including Java Man, Indonesia in 1890, and Peking Man, China 1921. Um, this species was widespread in Asia by 1.5 million years ago, with the remains found in China dating back to 1 million to 600,000 BCE, eventually mixing the other species by 300,000 BCE. So, early humans used to handle stone axes for various tasks and may have practiced ritual cannibalism around 150,000 BCE. Homo neanderthalensis emerged in Eurasia and Africa, eventually being replaced by Homo sapiens. So, with physical differences mainly due to adaptations to climate, such as skin color. Warmer climates favor darker skin for sun protection, while colder regions lead to lighter skin for better vitamin D absorption. Until recently, Africa, Asia, and Europe were the primary inhabited regions, separated only by narrow water barriers. Mm, By year 200,000 BCE, human populations developed minor physical differences due to migration. Homo floresiensis, as most subspecies, lived in Flores Island until advancements in fire use, tool making, and art. After 30,000 BCE, cultural evolution accelerated, and by 40,000 BCE, Homo sapiens migrated to the Americas and Australia via land bridges. As ice retreated between 20,000 and 3,000 BCE, forests replaced tundra and large animals like mammoths disappeared. Humans adapted by developing new lighting techniques such as the bow and arrow, while some moved to coastal areas and relied on fishing. So this is the picture of the first is the Homo erectus, second is the Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalis, Homo sapiens, and Homo sapiens. Um, Next is the Neolithic Revolution. The Neolithic Revolution marked the transition from hunting and gathering to settled agriculture, leading to permanent villages, population growth, and early cities. It began around 10,000 BCE in Southeast Asia and Egypt, spreading to other regions over time. Early farming communities and cultivated wheat, barley, and peas, while animals like sheep, goats, and cattle were domesticated. By 4000 BCE, advanced agricultural techniques enabled expansion into Mesopotamia and Egypt, in the Indus Valley where irrigation systems managed seasonal floods. The first cities such as Ur-Nippur and Uruk emerged in Mesopotamia and Egypt. The development of metalworking, particularly bronze tools, revolutionized labor and warfare, supporting urban growth. Agricultural surpluses allowed specialization in non-farming occupations leading to technological and societal advancement. And by 3000 BCE, irrigation-based farming was fully established in Indus Valley, fostering early civilization. So, the origins of India. India civilization is the oldest continually existing one in the world, while Mesopotamia and Egypt saw early urban and military societies by 4000 BCE, and China by 2000 BCE. This civilization later declined or absorbed into new cultures. So by 3000 BCE, true cities had emerged in the Indus Valley, possibly influenced by Sumer or developed independently. Early settlers managed river flooding, irrigation, and drainage, leading to agricultural services that supported urban centers, literacy, metalworking trade, and advanced town planning. This stable foundation allowed India's civilization to endure through history. Next is the Indus civilization. The Indus civilization was the largest of the ancient civilization with major urban centers at Kalibangan, Harappa, and Mohenjo-daro, along with over 1,000 smaller settlements across India and Pakistan. These sites shared uniform pottery seals, artwork, and standardized weights and measurements, indicating a highly organized society. Like Sumer and Egypt, the Indus River played a critical role in the agriculture, providing irrigation, fertile seed, and transformation. The now low Sarwasi River also supported settlements. Relations with Sumer. The Indus civilization maintained a distinct identity, from Sumer with an undeciphered script that before the no resemblance to Sumerian cuneiform suggesting it developed independently rather than as an offshoot of Mesopotamian influence. Its arts and city planning were uniquely advanced, showing no differences, showing no direct inspiration from Sumerian designs. Further emphasizing its originality, differences trade between civilizations flourished as early as 2500 BCE with artifacts artifacts from the Indus region found the summer and vice versa, indicating well-established exchange of goods. Next is the city of Indus. The Indus Valley civilization was highly advanced with well-planned cities featuring water supply systems, drainage, and uniform houses reflecting an organized and possibly egalitarian society. It emphasized cleanliness, religious thriving economy based on agriculture, trade in early cotton weaving, while its architectural innovations use of bricks and flood control demonstrated adaptability in its mysterious script discovered in the 1850s remains undisputed. Next is the Aryans. The Aryans were a group of semi-nomadic cattle herders who migrated from South Central Asia to India after 1800 BCE, speaking an early form of Sanskrit and later influencing ancient civilization through their hymns, the Vedas, and epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana. The society emerged with indigenous culture shaping the Vedic period 1000 to 2500 BCE. The Aryan domination. The Aryans, a semi-nomadic group armed with metal chip weapons and horse-drawn marked chariots. So next is the agricultural origins in Southeast Asia. So Southeast Asia's warm climate made early farming easier, with group crops like taro and yams preceding rice cultivation. Rice farming began in China around 8000 to 7000 BCE and spread southward. The Hoban culture in Vietnam 8000 BCE marked a shift settled agriculture. Northern Thailand 4500 to 2000 BCE showed early rice farming and domesticated animals and bronze tools. Java and Sumatra's fertile land also supported agriculture in Southeast Asia, was the first to domesticate pigs, chickens, and water buffalo, which later spread to the regions. Next is people early kingdoms of Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is divided into insular islands like the Philippines and Indonesia, and within surrounding countries like Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia regions, both deeply connected by the sea. The Malay migrations shaped much insular Southeast Asia, while peninsular Southeast Asia was successive migrations from South China starting around 2500 BCE. Next is the prehistoric China. The Yellow River Wanghe region is the most documented site for early Chinese civilization, but agriculture and bronze technology may have originated earlier in South China due to its connection with Southeast Asia. Rice, pigs, chickens, and water buffalo spread northward from the Yangtze River. Disseminated agricultural evidence exists in South China due to climate conditions and fewer excavations, but sometimes sites show advanced farming, bronze making, and town building in North China. Next is the Korea and Japan. This is the last slide that I will be discussing. Millet-based agriculture spread from North China to Korea by 2000 BCE with some evidence. Um, Millet cultivation near Seoul as early as 5000 BCE. Rice and bronze arrived later, possibly due to Manchuria with the early language belonging to the Atlantic family. Unrelated to Chinese, early Koreans were tribal, relying on fishing, hunting, and gathering, and they produced advanced pottery by 6000 BCE. As farming spread, villages, towns, and bronze weapons emerged. Korean tradition dates the funding of Korea from China, funding state, to 2300 BCE. Today it is likely mythical by the 3rd century BCE. Iron technology had reached